Hello and welcome back to another ultra modded survival. Today we are going to do something really incredible. We're going to build the ultimate space station. I'm not talking about just a small inky dinky space station. I'm talking about the ultimate one. We are going to have animals up there. We're going to have crops up there. We're just going to have it all. We could stay up there if we wanted to. We're going to try to. We're going to try not to go back over to the overworld down there. That's an evil place. We might have to go to the moon. I might need some decorative blocks, the aluminum or 10 decorative blocks that you find at the villages. But we'll get to that in a little while. And I'll show you the layout that I'm planning on doing here at the space station. We're not just going to do the ultimate. We are just going to do the ultimate. So we'll see, and I'll show you how it's all laid out. All right, we have to have resources with us to build the space station. In my inventory, in my personal inventory, I have these items. So before you take off to go build a space station, make sure you bring 32 tin, 32, or actually 16 aluminum. I believe I brought 32. An advanced wafer. Make sure you bring your iron, and make sure you have it in your inventory before you take off. If you don't, you can't build the space station. So make sure you have that in your inventory. All right, let's go ahead and create the space station. I am going to rename mine. Dogs Space Station. Okay, and just create it. Dun 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 dun! We are in a space station. Ah, so cool. We got our oxygen on. That's very important. You have to have oxygen on. So I guess our first thing we're going to do is I'm going to organize myself a little bit, and we will then do the oxygen and continue building as we go. I'll explain what my plans are. Well, real quickly, I'm going to put a farm and everything, I believe, over in this area, and then we're going to put this is going to be oxygen bubbles, because we don't have to worry about mobs up here. So oxygen bubbles, we don't need the glass and everything to protect us from anything. I don't even think there's meteors like there was on the moon. And then I'm going to try to build in these two directions. I'll probably build the oxygen seals or the airlocks. And we're going to create a room for each of the mod packs that we're going to go through, because there's a lot of mod packs that we're not messing with. And I want to start a new part of this series. Do we keep this mod pack or do we get rid of it? Because there's some things I think we don't really need. All right, let me get organized and we'll be right back. All right, first things first, we needed to bring a fuel loader with a battery. So don't forget that. We have fuel with us. We don't really need to bring it. I'll show you where that is in just a second. But we need to make sure we bring a fuel loader with us. If not, we're not going back home. Well, you can go home. You can jump off the edge and you actually parachute back if you want. That's not a big deal. There is fuel that comes with the chest, so you can go ahead and use that resource while you're at it. So you don't really have to have the fuel, but you do definitely need a fuel loader. So make sure you bring one of those with you. What else do we need? Well, that should be it now. This was in the chest, just like the normal stuff, so you really don't need your loading pad and things. Just need your rocket. And it's just one of my normal things that I like to do. I always like to set things up in case I have to get out of here real quick. So just go ahead and put that down and just go ahead and fuel it up while we talk. Now here's a few of the resources I did bring along with me. I'm going to go ahead and take my chest out and I'm going to organize that real quick, and then I will start the next part with you. Alright, be right back. Okay, make sure you stop the fuel loader, which I just did, because it will drain your battery. It's one of those stupid things against Galacticraft's power system. It doesn't know when to stop when things are full. So make sure you hit stop on that way you save some of your power. Alright, here's what we got so far. I brought with us some stone, a lot of dirt, some grass where we can start grass, of course, glowstone, no big deal, bones for bone meal, wheat to feed our and seeds, because we're going to have some animals. I got the animals right down here. A lot of decorative tin, which we got on the moon before. Some fences. I made iron fences. Boy, that's not easy. You have to iron plate and then do it again, and then yeah, it took a while. And our generators. And then here's the stuff we're going to start working on next. We are going to make our oxygen bubbles using our we got an oxygen compressor so we can fill up our tanks. and auction collector. So we're going to start working on that first. We're going to build some trees and things. Build trees. We're going to grow some trees. That way we can get our oxygen going, because that's probably going to be one of the more important things. We don't need that right now. You don't need anything really protective, because there's no mobs up here. This is a cool building wad. I'll show you how to use that too. All right, let me go ahead and get, actually I think I got everything here. So we need dirt, we need leaves, or not leaves, trees. And I'm going to build this place. Actually, it's changed into, morph into a blaze. And I'm going to plant my trees. Now, right below here. Now, if I jump off, I can float all the way to Earth, and it would deploy my parachute. So you can actually jump off and go back home. So don't worry about that. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 9 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me go ahead and I will get fast forward through all this. I'm not going to quite plant them yet. I am going to get my oxygen collector and everything up there first, and then we'll plant them. We can get it done real quick with the bone meal. All right, I'll be right back once I get it set up and show you. All right, here's what we got so far from above. I have my geothermal generator with my ender tank, which we all know about that. I have on this side, I have my aluminum wiring, sealed aluminum wire, what are casings. And on this side I have 2 oxygen down there, not here because the generator doesn't need the oxygen. Underneath this little box here I have my bubble, and it has power. It doesn't have oxygen yet because I don't have the trees down below. And here I'm going to put the compressor in just a few minutes. Alright, let me get down below and I'll go ahead and set up the collectors, and we will be right back. Okay, I have the oxygen collectors all set up. I just wired them down with the oxygen tubes and the aluminum wire. Basically, don't forget you have the wrench. You don't have to break and replace it. You just right-click it with your wrench until it rotates where you want it. I have it where it sets up. This side is going to be my oxygen. This side is going to be my aluminum wire, my power. So they both have power now. You can look inside. They don't have any oxygen because there's no trees growing real quick. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some of these trees grown. There it goes. And now we should start having oxygen go below. Let me go ahead and see if I can get the other one here real quick, and then I'll plant these others. Come on. There it goes. And I'll come back to these later. Let's see. This is more, you really only need, I think, 1 tree and it'll be fine, but it doesn't hurt. Alright, so we got our oxygen collectors are now working. It doesn't show that it's collecting oxygen because it has built a bubble already around us. So you can see the bubble. It is expanding as we talk. So you look right over here, it should be coming on out. Yep, there it goes. So now we can go inside here and we can take our mask off if we want to. And we can breathe without a problem because we have an oxygen bubble around us. Alright, we are going to use airlocks later, but not right now. This is going to be all about oxygen bubbles because we really don't need the protection that comes with a sealed room. We will do that later probably just because it's more convenient to do it with the projects as we go through the mod packs a little bit. Alright, let me go ahead and finish up growing these trees, and I will show you the next part in just a moment. Okay, I just put the oxygen compressor down and hit it with the wrench a few times and had to get it turned. I had some weird things before. I've tried this before, and sometimes the oxygen collector can mess up the bubble system. So I usually hook this up last, and it seems to have worked. So make sure if you keep an eye on it. If you have any problems with it, just take it out and then put it back in, and the bubble should stay. Alright, so let me get to building. I am going to start building out, and I'll show you how my layout is in just a minute. We're going to start building out this way with some decorative blocks. Alright, be right back. Okay, I started laying out the base a little bit. There's my decorative blocks going. Here's the first oxygen bubble. It's underneath this one here. So what we do is we go, I think it's 19 blocks. So we're going to go 9 blocks. You'll see 9 coming out. You'll see right here. Where is it? The oxygen bubble will go across. I don't know if you can see that faint blue line right here. But that's the 10th block. So then we're going to go another 9. And we're going to put another oxygen bubble right here. That way they overlap just at the point. And of course it didn't match up, so we need to hit it with a wrench 2 times. And now we got our bubble coming out, our oxygen bubble. Now this should meet up right here. Whoops, right here. So we should have 2 of them coming right here. So we have continuous oxygen going all the way through. It gets a little bit better in a few minutes because we're going to lay another one out this way, so they'll have another one crossing right here also. So we'll have 4 crossing here in just a minute. Let's go ahead here and look at it this way. And then on the bottom side, I have my oxygen tubing and my aluminum wire running from where we first installed it, and it just runs all the way out. I have 2 stacks of this stuff. Hopefully that'll be enough. So far I've gone through a half of a stack. And just bring it on out. We're going to cover all this up later. I will put a seal right here later, oxygen seal. That way it's not as ugly from looking down at it. We don't really need the oxygen seal, but it looks better. All right, let me go ahead and finish up laying out the rest of this and show you how it all works. You can see how the oxygen bubble now, they both meet right here. So that's perfect. All right, I'll be back. Let me hook up the next one. I got another one out here. I just have to run the wire out, and we'll be back. See you in a second. Okay, I have everything hooked up. Basically, I'm going to change a few things, but this is just for you can see clear. You can see the wire, the aluminum wire, and you can see the oxygen bubble, and you can see this one expanding right now. Just finally got it hooked up. Basically, this is where they're all meeting right here. So I'm going to have 4 big bubbles right here and another one around this little base here. And I'm planning on putting, I think, some farming stuff like wheat and carrots and that kind of stuff in this area. So we will get back in just a minute. Let me go ahead and make sure. I'm going to replace these right here with the seals, the seal blocks, because it just looks better. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, here's my plan. Let me show you. We're going to lay out a border here, and basically I'm going to follow this blue line here. As long as it's on a block, like you can see it going through here, I'm going to go all the way around, and we are going to highlight our bubbles. That way, you're not going to use, this is going to be like our building block. So as long as the line is on top, I am going to go, and I will be back in just a minute when I see 2 of them cross, and we'll show you how we're doing that one. All right. Actually, it should be coming up right now. Right there. You see right here, you can see there's 1 bubble from right here, and there's 1 bubble from right here crossing. So we're not going to go with the first bubble. We're now going to go to the next bubble. And I'm going to outline it all the way around. So we'll be back, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. All right, there's how it's looking. We got our, you can actually now see the outline of the bubbles. Again, I don't know if I explained that well enough. As I was laying out, I just make sure that the bubble line is always on top. That way it doesn't fall off the edge one way or the other. And that's how we get our building circle here, our circles. I'm going to split up a little bit more, and then we're going to start putting some dirt in here, and that's not a big deal. And I'll be back in a minute. I don't know if I've talked about this builder's wand any bit. I didn't make it. I found it in one of the chests. I haven't gotten into the unstable ingots yet, but that's how you make it. It's a cool wand if you happen to have one. You just right-click on it, and it just copies whatever is there. If you have it in your inventory, it'll put it. If you don't have it in your inventory, it won't build it, obviously. But it copies whatever you are clicking on. So if I was clicking on that, it would copy the decorative blocks, but I don't have any decorative blocks in me, so it won't copy it. So there you go. So it makes things a lot easier, a lot faster. If you can make one, we're going to get into that one time, but I haven't gotten into it yet. But if you have it, great, use it. If you don't, you can go ahead and experiment with the builder's wand yourself. I mean, with the, what do you call those ingots? The unstable ingots. They're kind of cool. I think Cat Sparkles just did a episode on it not too long ago. But I will get one in the future, and if I remember, I will link it to this. I was just very grateful I found it in one of the chests. I think it was on the moon, I forgot it. Alright, let me go ahead and finish laying out this grass, dirt, and put some grass in here. I'll be right back. Okay, I have all my grass planted and my dirt, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the center here yet. We'll figure that out as we go. Right now we are going to create pins along the sides here, so I need fences. So I'm going to lay some fences out. The fences actually have to be double high because there's no gravity here, and we don't want our animals to jump out because they can actually jump higher than one block high. So we will make these things too high. And once I get, if you haven't learned yet, flying is a lot easier than using the gravity. All right, then let me get my wand out. No, it doesn't work quite right, does it? No. So let me go ahead and finish laying these out, and we will be back. All right, we are got all our fences over there. I'll show you in just a minute. I'm gonna lay a chunk loader down here and add a one or two. You'll see how the lasers go on it. And because we have to make sure if we leave this base, once we put animals down, that we have oxygen. So let's see if this laser. I might need to go one more. If we had the chunk loader going, the oxygen bubbles will continue to run, and then we don't have to worry about our animals we're about to put down dying. All right, over here I am going to put the chicken. Let's see, which one are the chickens? There, the red ones. And one. Bump him a little bit. He should start flying because there's no gravity here. Hopefully he will. And let's go ahead and feed him and get a baby. Where'd my food go? There it is. Yeah, I was afraid of that. So I might have to bring some eggs here. For some reason the chickens derp out on me and they get out of here, and he's not in the oxygen bubble right now, so they're dying. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so strike one on the eggs. I guess I'm going to have to go back to Earth to get the rest of those. Alright, over here, just go ahead and put, so I don't want to put, I have cows, pigs, and sheep, and horses I want to put here. So just go ahead and put the pigs down here. No. Cows, pigs, and sheep. Let's put the pigs over here. That is my pigs, right? Yep. And let's go ahead and give them some food before we can start making babies. So they handle the gravity real well, but they can jump real high, so we have to have the double high fence. Alright, now let's go ahead and put our cows in there. We're going to put our let's put our cows down here. I have golden cows and I have regular cows. Okay. Moo. Oh man, he's lost his leg. Oh crap, wrong one. Sorry, sheepy, I'll have to move you. So derpy. It's part of the mod pack. I'll have to log out and log back in, but he'll be fine once I do that. And let's see if I have my gun with me. If I can get that sheep back. There it is. Oh, it was a one-time use, so we'll come back to it. Alright, let's go ahead and put the other sheep over here. That is sheep, right? Yep. That's my reusable one. Now I can get that other sheep. Don't go over the edge. That would not be good. Alright. Let's feed you guys. Once I have a lot in here, I'll show you how these guys get derpy. and how much fun they are and jumping around. poor cows. Hope their baby doesn't end up. Their baby ends up that way too. Oh man, no front feet. That'd be hilarious if it stayed that way. How funny is that? Oh, at least y'all got your 4 feet. Shit. All right, I think I'm going to end the episode here. You see what we got so far. I need to go. I guess I have to go freaking back to Earth and get some chickens. I'm going to get some water and we'll dehydrate some horses. I don't know why I brought horses. I like horses. And we're going to build a farm next. That'll be the next thing we do. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. A like is always appreciated. Thumbs up, same thing. And subscribe if you haven't yet. Again, thanks for watching. And have a great day.